If you're still manually creating your Amazon FBA shipments through Seller Central, you're basically making it hard for yourself because it's just so confusing, that multi-step process. We're gonna throw it out of the way. And as someone who has sold over $2 million in total sales since I started in 2021, I can tell you it was just so slow, one of the biggest time killers, and it really hinders your growth. You get frustrated. Printing a basic label was just a pain in the So in this video, I'm gonna show you how you can go from product listing to printing out your shipping labels all under 60 seconds, basically putting all your Amazon FBA shipments in a single simple click. And so yeah, we're gonna use the new reseller workflow from Sellerboard. Basically, it's the easiest way to get your products listed and shipped, and basically saving you time and headache and helping you grow your business at the same time. And so basically the new reseller workflow will benefit you, and it doesn't matter what type of Amazon business you run, whether you do private label, wholesale, online, or retail arbitrage. So let me show you how exactly each of these would apply into your own business. So let's get into the computer here. All right, so we are on the main dashboard of Sellerboard, basically under the profit tab right here. So these are like the different sales, today, months, and year to date, okay? So in order to get started with the reseller workflow, you're gonna wanna go under inventory right here and hit reseller workflow, okay? So it just makes a lot of things easier here because you can do everything all in one place. And I'm gonna show you guys in detail exactly the other benefits as well. So let's go ahead and create our shipment here, for example. So we just go ahead and create a new workflow, and you can either change the batch name there. So let's say new shipment, and you can name this however you wanted, and the date as well. And this will benefit if you're a private label because you can actually put the supplier name immediately. So just hit add new supplier, and you can actually save all of this. So if you have a recurring supplier that you work with for your private label brand or product, this makes it easier instead of inputting it every single time, right? And it goes into details here, supplier name, address, and other information that, relevant to it. And if you're a wholesaler or an arbitrage seller, you're basically just going to put everything under the COGS, which is COGS stands for cost of goods, onto the next page as well. And actually I wanted to mention this really cool feature. For example, if you are a retail arbitrage seller, your job is to go to different stores, right? And to scan products and stuff like that. I did that for a couple times, and the issue I was running into is scavenging after I get home to all these different receipts. What was the price I paid for this? So on and so forth. Sellerboard actually solved this by having the ability to scan your products directly from the app, and you can actually sync it when you get home to your home or office, wherever it may be. You can simply just upload those instead of double doing the work when you get home, and again looking for these buy costs or stuff like that. And I'm gonna show you guys an example here. All right, so you can see on my phone I got the Sellerboard app right here. Let's go ahead and launch that, and you're gonna want to click this little 3 lines here, and you can see the barcode scanner, and that's what we're gonna use here. Let's go ahead and hit the green button right here in the middle, and that basically opens up. You guys can see my hands here. Let's go ahead and grab this product here, right? Let's go ahead and scan it. There we go. Give it a few seconds, boom, and it should populate automatically. As you guys can see right here on the phone, you have the FBA channels here. Buy box selling for $39.99, and you can customize this if you just want to sell new, used, right? So let's say this is a brand new product, it's still sealed, and we're gonna send it to FBA. So we're just gonna simply click that there, and we're just gonna match the buy box for now. You can always adjust to however the price you want, and you go ahead and just add it to the buy list, okay? And you can put your cost of goods. So let's say you found this one at Walmart at a crazy deal. Let's say you paid 15 bucks for it here, right? Expiration date, that's for like food and other things, and how many quantity. So let's say you went crazy and bought like 10, for example. Not really crazy, but yeah. Then you can add it there. You can even create different buy lists there, different dates, and it shows you the estimated profit per unit and the total amount that you had purchased. Then you can even add notes here. Bought at Walmart. All right, so we're gonna hit add, and that will populate once we go back to our computer here. Just hit the buy list, right? Select the buy list October 30th and hit import, and it should populate automatically. So you can add as many things you want if you're doing, you know, retail arbitrage, or you can even do other usage with this, with wholesale and all that stuff. Go ahead and create the batch. By the way, if you've been finding tons of value in this video so far, make sure you hit the thumbs up button because it really helps out with the YouTube algorithm. And if you want to learn more about Amazon FBA, consider hitting the subscribe button. Give it a few seconds, take a sip of your water. And boom, there goes all the products that you had added into your buy list, which is this product here. I did that earlier, this book right here. But yeah, any other products you may have, and you can always adjust here on the computer as well, right? We did the buy cost at 20. Oh, you made a mistake. It was $20, right? So you can do a lot of things on the software here, which is nice. And basically you just add products accordingly. So let's say you manually want to add products, you just hit add new products right here. And you can even search on Amazon catalog, or you can create your own, you know, products. So let's say, I don't know, you want to sell like a Stanley Cup, for example, right? So go ahead and just search for that. Boom. So these are all the different catalogs if you don't have the information like the ASIN and stuff. But of course, if you have the ASIN, you can simply just be specific and add it there, right here. And you create an offer for that, right? Now you can input more data here, just like we did on the phone. Like the SKU, quantity, price, etc. Pretty self-explanatory. That's why this software is so easy to use. What I like about it as well is you can customize your own SKU, which is right here. So you can edit the template, right? So if you want the ASIN to go first, let's say the price, and let's say you can even do custom input. And this is helpful if, you know, if you have virtual assistants, for example. For me and my team, we like to use, you know, their initial, so they get a credit, whoever sourced the product. And when I'm looking through sales, I can keep track, like, okay, VA2 sourced this product, VA3 sourced this product. So it's good for that. So let's just put mine there, for example. So you can see it populates here, right? And that's how you're able to kind of just track it, and you can customize it. I also like to put cogs as well. So that way, again, the whole point of having a customized SKU template is for you to have a bird's eye view and see at a glance, have the basic information basically when you're looking at sales. So yeah, you go ahead and just save that, and that will pretty much, you know, populate every single items, however you want to do your SKU template, all right? And basically, you just want to create an offer here at the end of the day. So once you're ready for shipment, it's going to allow you to, you know, do the prep details. For example, like who's the owner label. I like to prefer being the seller because that will allow me to print basically the little labels that go behind on the product itself, like right here, right? Rather than using the barcode, because if you use like a barcode, your products will basically get mixed with other Amazon sellers, and I prefer not to do that. So I always hit seller in terms of label, and same with the prep and stuff like that. Then again, you just fill in the rest of the blank here, and you can again change the workflow name if you need to and stuff like that. And if everything looks good, we're gonna go on to the next page. So once you have all the input, you wanted to print your labels, super simple, hit print labels right here. And depending on the size, this is a 2x1 right here. This is the sticker that I use in order to put it on the product. So you just hit that size accordingly. Yours could be different, so just make sure you pay attention. But a lot of the common ones going to be 2x1. So you go ahead and print that, and you put it at the back of the barcode of the, you know, product that you're trying to ship. So once you had printed the label for your products, the next step is to put them in a box, so that way you can send it to Amazon FBA and print the shipping labels itself. So in order to do that, we're gonna just fill in the blank here. Let's just say there's one product, right? Because we only did one for the example, and you put in the dimension of the box itself. So you're gonna wanna measure it from all sides, length, width, height, then the weight itself. Once you input that, you're just gonna hit next, okay? And it's gonna work with Amazon there to kind of just communicate, making sure everything is working properly. So once it's all set, it basically allows you to print your shipping labels. You slap it outside the box and it's ready to get shipped out to Amazon. So it's pretty simple. So yeah, as you guys can see, this is the shipment page right here of how much it's going to cost to ship this product. You basically select which one it is and wherever you want to send the product itself. And that's pretty much it. After that, it's gonna ask you to print the shipping label, which you put outside the box so that way you can ship it out. And the second reason how this is going to benefit you as a seller is that everything, as I mentioned, is all in one place. So now that you had used the reseller workflow with all the information, you can actually track regarding your COGS, as I mentioned, the cost of goods, of how much it is under your profit here. So it basically puts everything all in one place for you to track everything so much easier as a seller, because you want to see everything in a bird's eye view right here, and you can see how much you're doing per day and stuff like that. But I wanted to go back in terms of the inventory, because leakage is one of the silent killers in an Amazon business, right? It doesn't matter what you're selling, but if you're missing a lot of things in terms of your shipments, you're basically leaving money on the table. And this is one I wanted to show you guys right here. This is under shipment, which is just under the reseller workflow. Is you can see what products exactly made it to Amazon and what has not. Yes, this is such a pain because, for example, in my own experience, let's say I sent 100% of the products in that box, and guess what? Amazon's still saying, oh, we only received X amount of money. So now you can actually keep track of it a lot easier than using Seller Central. That's why, you know, software like Sellerboard exists, because if it was simple, everyone would be using Amazon, right? Seller Central. So as you can, let's use this shipment, for example. So you can see only 9% of the units received, right? It wasn't 100% like this one. So you just went ahead and click on that. And Sellerboard will actually tell you, you know, this box right here, we had sent 9,000, but they only received 500. I mean, that's a huge difference, right? They only received 5%. So now you can actually open a case to Amazon and present it to them, specifically which products are missing, and you can get money back from there. And the last thing that will benefit you as a seller with using Sellerboard all in one place is the money back section. So this works in terms of reimbursements and returns, and simply Sellerboard uploads, you can download basically a report for them, and allows you to see kind of just like the shipment of what products that you may get your money back. And this is important because it might be $100 there, 50 bucks there, $200 there, but this will all add up throughout the years. Imagine how much that is. It's gonna be in the thousands, you know, easily. And the bigger the seller you are, the more that you should pay attention in terms of this. But if you're just starting out, you need to have this as well in order to have a good foundation, so that way when you're ready to scale, you have everything set up already. Learn from my mistakes. I learned all of this on the fly, because not many softwares were available when I started back in 2021. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching the video. I do have a referral code. The link will be down below if you do sign up with Sellerboard. It really helps out with the channel. And if you have any other questions, comment down below. See you in the next one.